samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide. We're here once again in Down to Earth Podcast, and we have a real special guest, real things, and it's Afrobeats style, you know what I'm saying? And it's the one and only Triple X.
Let's go down to earth.
Oh, yo, it's about time we have you up in the studio, brother. You done know we're gonna just get down to it. You know what I mean? Let's get down to like where you're from. You know what I mean? Where you from originally, man?
I'm from Nigeria, the east side of Nigeria, Abia State. So I'm Igbo.
Wow, Madam Africa.
Right,
Zine.
right. But I grew up in Lagos.
Okay. All right.
State,
Seed. So you've been moving around.
That's right.
And all of that.
Yeah, I came to Toronto. I was in Hamilton first when I moved to Canada.
All right.
And then moved to Toronto. I was in Scarborough for a bit.
Okay.
And yeah, now we're North York. Represent.
Wow, man. I have to say, man, I've seen you a few times.
Yeah.
I've seen you a few times at events and all that. The last one was at the African Music Week. Where was it last year? Was it last summer? Yes, it was last summer. It was like a real thing. It was at the what was it? The rec room. Yeah. Yes, it was at the rec room. A big stage, big lights, big everything. Yo, Afrobeat style.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Straight up. But yo, how long you been into the Afrobeats? Like, as in, like, taking it seriously?
Yeah, I'll say 2017, 2018. That's when I started producing a lot of Afrobeats record, and I just, switched my style up. Yeah.
Hold up a second. Hold up a second here. Besides being an artist, because I did read up on something, I went, hold up a second. This is what I didn't know. You produce too? You make beats and everything like that?
Yeah, I make all my beats. Like 80% of my beats, 90% of them.
Yo, damn. So you get your sound.
Yeah.
You get your sound.
Since 2018, 2017, and then I called it Afro Hop. So
Afro Hop. We never hear about that before.
Right.
Explain Afro Hop to me.
So I started off listening to a lot of hip hop, right?
Okay. Okay, people. He knows his foundation. You done know.
Right. Gangsta.
That's
right.
Oh,
I have a track with Big Shook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from back in the day.
Oh shoot,
so I did
man.
a lot of hip hop, and then I wanted to really do music from where I was from to represent where I'm from.
Okay.
And that's when I started making Afrobeats, right? And just working on my sound. I remember the first Afrobeat track I made. I played it for my homie. He was a Filipino guy, right?
All right.
And he's like, "This ain't no Afrobeats."
What did he think it was?
I don't know what he thought it was, but he was like, "This wasn't no Afrobeat."
No.
So that kind of hurt me, bro, because I'm
really?
like, "Yo, this guy ain't even African," and he's like shutting my. I'm like, "Bro, I gotta do better, man." It sounds like I kept working on that sound, man, and that's where we are now, Afronadia.
Oh my God! Wow.
That's great. It was wild, man.
That's crazy.
Imagine someone telling you, "Yo, that ain't no like someone not for your culture, just shutting it down." I'll be like, "Yeah, I've heard better." I'm like, "Bro, you know what? Okay, go back in the lab."
Okay,
I was offended,
Okay. Yo, I like the sound of Afro. What do you say?
Afronadia. Yeah.
And then after and then Afro Hop.
Yeah.
You know why I'm saying that? Because they got that like something similar like that reggae hip hop kind of thing,
right,
like
so dancehall.
Yeah. So it's almost nothing different. You know what I mean? But in your own style.
That's it. That's the next level. Even the next records I'm doing now got like a lot of dancehall influence. I think that's the next wave right now. So you're gonna hear the Afro dancehall now.
You see, you check this out. I love this. That the hip hop scene culture has gone universal. It's gone with the evolution to all around the world. Everybody taking it in their own way, and you know what I mean. And you took it in.
Right, I look at it
to it, bro.
Straight up, I look at it as African music in the diaspora, and that's literally where hip hop even came from.
You're damn right.
From Africans getting together, partying, switching up the dance hall into the hip hop, all that stuff, right? So that's what we're still doing today. So instead of putting these lines and saying, "Oh, it's dancehall versus Afrobeats," why don't we come together?
Just come together and just fuse.
Let's fuse it and
fuse it
it's all
to a fusion,
music, jazz, all that. Like I got saxophone on my album, a lot of that.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that. You have somebody on featured.
Right, the real G.
The real G. That's his name.
The Chxxx sax. Yeah, that's his name on IG. The real G.
Okay.
On real G TV, and he plays the saxophone so amazing. His name's Simon Jefferson. So yeah,
Okay,
great.
bless up to Simon Jefferson,
I met
man.
him at Blur and Bathurst in front of the station. So
Okay.
we pulled up there. Me and my boy were going to the bar, but we ran into these other homies outside the concert. So Mutari, Brandon, like a few other homies that were out
so
there.
y'all just vibing.
Lil Wolf, this producer, Lil Wolf, sick ass producer, he was there too. And then we're vibing, yo. They're playing our tracks.
Okay.
And then people just keep coming up to us
All
and
right.
giving us flips, giving us
what?
It became wild.
Vibey.
So this guy's going home and he sees the vibe and he literally is like, bruh, he puts down his bag, brings out the saxophone, and we catch this whole thing up, bro. It was crazy. It blew my mind. We catch it all on video, right?
I could bet. And
then he jammed the track with us, and it was wild, man.
Wow, man. Damn. I would love to see that still.
Yeah, it's on my IG. I pinned it on my IG.
Yeah.
On the top.
Shoot, man. Like live music. How important is live music to you as a producer?
Oh, wow. I think live music is just the essence of it. Like, there's this guy, Feliks.
Okay.
And he's one of the most legendary Afrobeats artists. He kind of like pioneered the genre.
All right.
And he would refuse to record music back in the day. Yeah, because he said like every time he performs the song, it's going to be different.
Okay.
And that's a fact, because every time you sing a track,
it's a different vibe, different crowd, different people.
Right. And you can flow a different way. You can choose to take a pause in a different part. You could do the hook 2 times instead of 1 time.
That is true. That is so true.
So he feels like, yo, if I record this version of the track, I might be cheating my listeners because the next version of the track might be even better. So that's why he would not record music. But thank God he recorded music, because we have his music today, right? So it's like a double-edged sword. But live music is literally like the ultimate. Like, you just have to be able to perform. We need more shows, more infrastructure. And that's what we're doing. We have a show called Afronadia based on the album happening July 19 at Yes Electric.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's that electric place, the 2 floors, right?
Exactly.
I've been there before.
Yeah,
I've been there a few times.
Man.
Yeah.
Bring the crew. You got tickets.
Sure.
You
Thank you for the invite, bro. Don't know, man. Yo, you are busy body still, but yo, I have to get back still into the instruments. For what is your favorite instrument? What you play, or do you play?
Yeah, I play the keyboard.
You play the keyboard,
and I love I love the piano on beats.
Okay,
but yeah, I'll say right now.
So do you grew up with playing the piano?
Yeah, but I kind of like had like a keyboard. I had like sheet music and stuff that I was supposed to be practicing and learning, but I never really like played that.
So you could read music.
Not like now. I'm getting back into it. I'm practicing again, like watching videos. And but I can read it.
Okay.
If I really put my mind to it, I could do it. But I just choose not to.
Because I've seen you perform on stage. You have that energy and all of that. But a next question would be: would you be willing to like you know how you could play? Would you play and perform at one, or have you done it before?
Yeah, I've done it before. It was amazing. You have? Let me tell you what happened. So I had this I don't know if you've seen this thing. It's called a guitar.
Okay.
So it's half guitar, half keyboard.
Okay.
And, you know, back in the day, a lot of artists used to like you hang it around your neck. Yeah. You've probably seen it before.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have.
So I had this guitar.
All right.
And I brought it out live, bro.
All right. Something different.
Yeah. So literally, I played a solo live on it.
Really?
Through my set. Yeah, it was kind of like a flex, right? Because I knew people would go crazy for it.
You need to do that a little more often.
I know, for sure. I did the drums too once.
What?
Yeah, when I was performing, I had the talking drums, but I busted when I was
oh my gosh, this is my
and another time, bro, when I was performing, I was DJing at my set.
You DJing your set too? DJ. Wait there, hold up a second here, man. Hold up a second here. Wait there, hold on a minute.
That was wild.
You're telling me that you not only you produce, you play, you DJ, and you're on the mic.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, yo, check this out, man. Check this out. It blows my mind that all of it goes in one. But have you ever thought of doing a music video and cloning yourself, Yeah, so you do this one you do this,
Oh, wow.
that you do this, because you do it all. So you might as well clone yourself in a video and do that.
Yeah, no, that's a genius idea. I will do that.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for that
if
idea.
anything, I could probably help you with
Yeah,
that.
you're the
You know what I mean?
executive
Because
producer.
I do music videos. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so bet, let's do it,
Yo, bro, because this video here, I'm loving it. I'm loving it a lot. You know, I'm like playing it here. You know what I mean? I love the colors. I love the reflection and everything, man. Like, yo, like you must have came here before and check the location out.
Oh yeah, bet. That's like
no, I love the color concept, the red here and everything. Even the trees, the dancing, you know what I mean? Straight up. This is what I love about the video. It's not like a typical video. You have people having a good time, showing the acting and all of that and everything. This is what I'm talking about with music videos, man. More creativity, more whatever, you know, all of that, man. Like everyone having a good time and everything, and you know what I mean? And it's a nice day. And everything, and where the locations at, you know what I mean, with the flowers and all of that and everything.
Best kept secret.
Yeah, man.
That's my hood. We shot that in my hood.
Okay, okay, all right. And after I seen a bit of the drone piece there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We did a 3-day shoot for this.
3-day shoot?
Yeah. So
I was hoping to see more drone footage, brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What, they got shy or something?
No, we just didn't have good light when we got the drone.
Yeah.
And I tried and that scene with the mirror, I didn't want to use too much of it.
Okay, yeah, but of course.
Really nice, so
true. It's good to clip it and all of that. I like that still.
I made that. I was like,
what?
I made that set.
Yo, and you know those trees are around here too. I don't know what they're called.
The cherry blossoms, right?
No, that big tree. The tree.
Oh, the whipping willows.
Yeah, those are nice trees, man. And I like this setting here.
The sunset was beautiful.
Oh man!
And we got a rainbow too that day.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was sick, bro.
Yo, you're blessed.
Yeah,
you're blessed with music and you're blessed with the visuals.
This day we were supposed to shoot it. It was raining when we started shooting.
Oh really?
You could never tell. It was raining. Look, on the floor is wet, right? But when we started shooting, the rain stopped, bro.
Okay.
The rain literally stopped.
Well, it said, it said it's time now.
Right, and then the sky just started becoming magical, bro. And we had like an hour to shoot it, so I'm running up and down. I'm like, okay, next shot. And you're right, I did scout the park like 20 minutes before everyone.
Oh, you had to.
And I was like,
because he's saying, yo, this location for this one for that. You want to be like, instead of what's next, you know which ones to go to and all of that, right?
Right. And then we're like, okay, you know what? Let's go get more. Let me get more footage.
More is better.
And then I kept adding more.
More is better.
And that's what made the video good.
More is always better. I always say that because when you have less, that's all you're gonna work with.
Exactly.
That's all you can work with.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you work. Shoot.
Yeah, shout out X. I met Director X the other day at the Billboard Power Play.
Wow,
so
man.
Shout out Director X.
Man,
give it up for the legend.
You do a work ethic, man, on the real. Who the heck is trying to call here? I'm declining. But anyway.
You working too. That's why I call you. Right?
Yeah, man. But I went through some of your catalog, man. Like your music catalog, like what I've seen on what was sent to me, man. And I couldn't get enough of it, man. Wow, like I was like kind of moving to some of them here. I'm like, hey, yo,
different vibes.
Enough of this could go on the radio, and that probably has.
Yeah. Z1035. Shout out to Tony Monaco.
Oh man, live, yo, bro, like I love it. I love it a lot, man. You, like the next thing it needs to go upon is some series, them and some movie, them soundtracks and stuff like that. And the thing is, listen here, man, you have something, and not only that, you have an upstep because you're international. You're not a local artist here.
That's right.
And you go back home sometimes and perform and all of that, right?
Yeah, we're going back.
Listen here, man. I know I said back home they do enough movie, them, you know, enough movies, enough series. You supposed to be, listen here. Another gem I'm telling people right now: get your music out to productions, to get on soundtracks. You know what I mean? That's another credibility for y'all, man.
Right.
Because y'all are looking where else I could shop my music and people to know where you're at. Yo, man, don't get me wrong. Music videos are there. Spotify's there. YouTube's there. But there's movies and series are there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for real.
Straight up.
There's the shout out the Toronto International Nollywood Film Festival. So yeah, like that's a good place to meet directors, movie directors.
That's right. And like you have it.
Yeah,
I do have it.
That's crazy. Thank you, bro.
You have it. I could actually hear that in a score of something, one of these tracks, what you do, bro.
Respect.
Straight
So we gotta pitch it. We just gotta.
Yeah, man. Not only that, yo, you look Hollywood too. You look like you could be even doing some acting roles yourself, my brother.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna. We're working on some few things here and there.
And well, speaking of that, you have like a full dates of what is it, like a tour?
Yeah, that's right.
It's a tour. What's it called? The tour?
It's gonna be called the Afro-fusion tour.
That's what it's called.
Right.
The album cover. What I seen there,
right.
It's Afro-fusion, and that's the tour.
Yeah.
So who's on the tour? Is the guy in the sax on the tour?
The guy on the sax. I was hoping to get him out on the last day of the tour. We're still working on that.
I hope so, man. You need him on the tour, man.
I need him.
You need him on the tour, bro. You need him on the tour.
He's a busy guy too. He's like, he's booked all the time.
Well, yo, speaking of the tour, let the people know where on the tour, like what cities are.
Right. So the tour's gonna kick off, I believe, next weekend. We'll be in Ottawa.
Okay.
At Nouveau on the 20th.
All right.
And then after that, we're hitting up Montreal. We'll be in Montreal for 3 days, 21st to the 24th.
Okay.
And then moving on, we'll hit up Guelph that weekend, and then London, back to Montreal again.
Okay.
And then we're gonna end it off in Toronto.
All right, back wow, damn, man. I'm loving that. Yo, he's on tour, people. You hear me? Not sure. Tour. All right, tour.
And hit me up. If you want me to come to your city, hit me up. Like
and you could probably be opening up for him, man. Right. Hit him up. And speaking of that, yo, we're gonna be putting on the handles where you can hit him up and all of that straight up after, near the end here. So stay tuned. Don't be a goon. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Straight up. But yo, I like to go back a little bit into the past. Who has been like some of your music influences, like before you started being serious with the music? You know what I mean? Like,
wow,
anybody, like, besides famous, like even because I know that you're not from here.
Yeah.
So there must have been a few different artists in your ear internationally from the time.
Yeah, I'll say like Feliks was definitely like huge.
Okay.
Like the way he just loved music, performed it.
What's that name?
Feliks. Yeah, his full name is Fela Nikolapo Kuti.
Yo, you see some of these ones, you have to send them to me, because I want to be checking out some of the ground music,
You've heard some of that, because even Jay-Z and Will Smith, they just did a documentary.
Oh, really?
This guy like a Broadview play.
Okay.
Broadway play.
Okay.
So yeah.
All
about
right.
this guy's life. So it's huge artist.
Okay.
James Brown. Used to check out his stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You see, yo, share me that link later on, man.
Guy.
Share me that link.
Like even Swiss Beats. That's one of Swiss Beats like influences. So this guy's huge.
See, you're really tuned into music,
right?
Man.
Right.
You're really tuned in.
Yeah.
You lock and key.
I like dissect that, bro. Like I used to like listen to this tracks day and night, just figuring out what went into it, how I can make a beat that sounds like this.
Did you start off producing this before?
Well, that's how it started off, is like the keyboard.
The keyboard, right?
I had that keyboard. I was supposed to be playing all the sheet music.
Okay.
Didn't want to. What I'm doing is I'm playing the music on the radio.
Okay.
But I'm playing it with one finger, right? I'm going like
okay.
That's what I'm doing. Like,
and then after
playing all those.
Then after from there, you started doing your
I started getting the ear. Yeah,
the melody.
I know how to like mix different melodies, what goes with what notes go with what you should hear next.
Mind me asking, do you mix and master too?
Yeah, I did. I mixed, but this album I didn't master it.
But
I mixed the whole album.
But you have,
yeah,
though.
Yeah, I mixed the whole album.
What?
Then, yeah,
the whole album?
Everything, yeah.
Yo, did you hear that, people? He mixed and mastered his whole album.
I didn't master it. I shout out to Lucy Lowe.
Well, most of it.
The master, I give it to Lucy Lowe. That's my boy, Lucy Lowe Studio. So
okay.
Lucy Lowe did the mastering, but I did the whole mix, like all.
Okay, you had a lot to do with it.
I did the whole mix.
Oh
like,
my
basically
gosh.
Everything.
Wow.
Like, the mixing is the part where you adjusted the EQ.
Yes, the EQ and all of that. Okay.
And then after the final product, I gave it to Lucy.
So you had to be fully involved.
Yeah, I was working on this for like 6 months straight. Since November last year. Like just working on track after track, going back, going to the studio, playing it over, tweaking.
Okay.
And then the tracks, even that longer that I worked on, it wasn't good. Like I have this track with Stanley Enow called Of Course, and he's a big artist, one of the biggest artists in Cameroon right now.
All right.
I'll send this song to him.
Okay.
Back and forth, until finally we're happy with it, right? So
I have to ask this question here though. Like, you seen how Afrobeats just coming in a storm now, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And how you've been seeing it been coming in a storm of Toronto because you're here now. Like,
Right.
what do you think of how the infrastructure has been built up here now? Like, is it being too slow or is it in the process?
I'll say there's nothing, man. Like
There's
we have to
nothing.
just kind of do it ourselves. That's how I look at
Not
it.
enough support.
No support, man. Like the way we're
Mm,
pitching this stuff is really not going anywhere. You know, like
okay.
it's
Yeah,
tough.
but the thing is, when I understand the Afrobeat parties, them all, you know, like yo, like
Right.
you guys know what the heck to do.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
I don't
So
understand this. I don't get it.
it's tough. So right, and that's what we're trying to do. Right, we're trying to figure out to crack it and see what's the angle. So I feel like it's a yeah, it's about just diversity. You know,
Mm,
diversity and inclusion.
I see. Cause yo, like it's getting mad things with it, man. Mad
Right.
things, and this damn fly, yo, man. But yeah, man, it's getting mad, and I've seen you on stage,
Yes,
mad
bro.
with it. You have energy,
Yes, sir.
straight up.
Thank you.
I personally know because I've been there and
Yeah,
seen it more than
you were at
once.
the other show too. At that was a big one actually, where I killed that set. The one at it was downtown with THT Entertainment
Oh
and
yes.
Beyond the Stars.
Yes, Beyond the Stars and
Those
all
are my
that. Yeah,
guys.
oh yeah, that was another big show.
Yeah, so those are the guys I'm gonna be out in
Yeah,
Montreal with and
oh for
Ottawa,
real, you're linking up
THT.
with
Yeah,
them.
those are
Big up
my
to
guys.
those
Yeah,
guys, man.
those are
Big
my
up to
guys.
those guys. It's all connection. It's all love, bro. It's all
Yeah, I
love,
remember that show.
straight.
That was a sick show. Like, uh,
Yo, pure love, pure fire. You're gonna be putting fire out there the same way.
yes,
Everywhere
sir.
you go, you bring the
We,
same energy.
yes, sir. We keep elevating it. Thank you. We're trying to go
Yo,
harder and harder.
that every time when I see you, that's all I see. Energy, energy,
Energy.
energy, energy,
Yeah, Triple X is the
energy.
vibes right
It's like
now.
triple X
Energy.
energy. It's like,
Energy.
yo, get ready.
Energy. Yeah.
Blow.
You're real, bro. That's what's up.
Man, you have a catalog. How long did it take you to do this album? 6
Six
months, right?
months, yeah, almost like some
6 months.
tracks. So I was working on a little bit longer, but I'll say
Okay.
6 months really when I like started locking in and trying to get it all together.
But you do have a catalog of music. A
Yeah,
huge catalog of music,
yeah. I've done
and
a lot of music.
you have a few visuals too. That's good too.
Right,
So
right.
for this summer here 2025, we still alive. We know he on tour, you know what I mean? But during that tour, are you gonna be doing visuals or more music videos as well?
I feel like I need more videos showing me performing live. Actually, like
Okay,
real videos, good videos capturing
so
that
why don't you
energy that
do
you're
like,
talking
all
about.
right, you get, of course, the tour.
Hmm.
Take, in fact, you should be doing the tour almost like a documentary, to be honest. You should be every city, get whatever. Now every track what you do, I'm giving more gems here, people. Every track you do, now it depends on which one you want to do for a music video. You
Hmm.
take a piece of that, and with whatever you're doing the music, slash back foot, back foot. Or you can make it even more creative. It look like you're going in the place, da da da, and all of a sudden you're coming out of the place, you're into the somewhere else. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I get what you're
It's
saying.
all about being creative, and I know you could do it. You know what I mean? I know you could do it.
Yeah, I
So
feel
that's
you.
your opportunity now. You're on tour. Don't waste it.
That's right.
Don't waste it. That's
That's
all I
right.
have to
That's right.
say.
That's right.
Make sure you take full advantage of it. And I'm expecting you by the end of this year to see enough visuals from
Sheesh.
Triple
Let's
X, man.
go.
You know
Big
what I
up. For
mean?
real, for real.
Triple X.
Let's
You
go.
like the movie, you know what I mean? Or who the Ross you try to call. Don't be calling now. How come y'all ain't calling when I'm not on? Wrong timing, people. Yeah, like I'm saying, no delaying. You know what I mean? No one ain't playing on this pod D2E. You know what I mean? Straight up goods. But yo, like what else could I say, man? Like today is a nice day. You look like you're Hollywood yourself, man.
That's where we stand.
Straight up
Thank you.
popping.
Thank
You know what I mean? How is it important to be like looking the part as a artist as well, man? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and it's funny because today I came cash, bro, for real. Like I didn't wear my chain. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like
man,
and let me tell
yo.
you, this is funny, bro. This is a funny joke.
Go
So
on.
yesterday I was at a stag.
Okay.
I was at a stag party with the Italian guys.
All right.
And everyone knows me as the rapper. They're
All
like, "Oh,
right.
you're the rapper."
Yeah.
And then they asked this guy, like my friend, they're like, "Oh, what's his name? What's his rap name?" And he's like, like no chain.
No shit. Oh no.
And I'm like, bro.
No
It's funny because I'm always
chain.
wearing the chain, right? So today when
Okay.
I'm coming to the interview, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm actually not gonna wear a chain.
Yo, brother,
on
you
purpose,
still
bro.
look blessed.
And
You
that's
still look
funny,
Hollywood, brother. You
and that's what I was
still
trying to
look
actually
jig.
show. I was trying to show that you don't gotta be like all flashy and extra to, you know, just
Brother,
to
it's not
represent.
it's
You know
not
what I
the
mean?
things what make people, it's the person.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
bro.
You make the clothes, you make the
That's
chain,
right.
you make the
You
glasses,
make
star.
everything,
Yo,
buddy.
straight.
Yee! That's it,
You
bro.
do it.
That's
Yo,
it.
people think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Nah, man. You make the thing, you fit the clothes. The
That's
clothes
right.
don't fit you. You know what
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean?
Swag.
Straight up, it's the swagger. Swagger dagger. You know what I
Swagger
mean?
dagger.
Straight.
Rastafari samurai.
Yeah, man.
That's my favorite sound effect too. Yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean? Because you
You
know
gotta
they.
have that,
Well, I have
right?
another saying. You know, I used to be saying I cut beats with my sword. You know what I mean?
Dang.
Then the sword is your mind. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The sword is your mind because you know how to do everything and diagnose and put down everything as a blueprint. And I believe that's what you do
Yeah.
when how you put down the blueprint of a track of and all of
Track,
that
the
and everything.
show, everything for sure. Like there's a lot of deep thought that goes into it. I was just thinking about that.
Deep
yesterday.
thought.
I was thinking about deep thought yesterday.
What sort of deep thoughts prepare you? In fact, now this tour is coming.
Mhm.
You know, like how are you going to be prepared for all of these cities? You know what I mean? Like, have you done a tour before? I don't know.
No, this is my first time.
Okay, okay. So this is very exciting for you
It's
then.
super excited, bro. Like I'm trying to mentally prepare myself, make sure I have the right energy, make sure I'm able to give my best to every city and not get burnt out. You know, like figuring out what's the best way.
It's over 10 cities, right?
Yeah, like it's gonna be close to that. Yeah,
It's over 10 cities.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm
going
pretty sure.
boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom,
but it's
Waterloo.
not. But it's not back to back.
No,
It's
no.
like say this weekend,
Yeah.
and then after the weekend after, or something like that, right?
Like
Okay.
you know, so I'm
So you
gonna
have
hang
some-
out in some
so you
cities
have
for
some-
a bit.
okay.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's like, but it's crazy. So those times that it's crazy, I have to like figure out transportation. Like, how am I gonna get from here, West Ontario, to East Ontario?
Well, here's another good advice of Gems, man, because you're going to many towns, man. I hope you got some merch up and all of that, because if you're going out of town,
Yeah.
that's when you make the money. You know what I mean? Being back home, you don't get me wrong, back home's all right. But majority of the time, you gotta be out of town because when you're out of town, they're like, yo,
that's what they want to support.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
You're right.
Just to make a little bread, you know,
No,
be on the road, you know what I mean?
Pay for that transport, you know what I'm
You know what I
talking
mean?
about.
Yeah, all right then. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Straight up goods, man. Because y'all, man, me like the energy what you do. Me wouldn't be saying these gems with you, you know. Otherwise, you know.
He's a huge
And
gem.
this guy is the man. He's trying to be like the Jay-Z of the Afrobeats, you know. Straight goods, man. Straight goods.
Straight up.
You don't recognize the triple X here, then I don't know you been. You know what I mean? Straight up, you sinned if you haven't. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Definitely. Is there gonna be, besides the tour, you know what I mean? Like, are you gonna be taking a break after the tour? Or are you gonna be still back in that studio, back in that creative scene, or what?
After the tour, I think I might be gone, man. You might not see me here for a bit.
Okay, out.
Yeah, I might be out of the
International.
international. Yeah.
Back. So it doesn't stop.
Yeah, I might be in Asia. I might go to Vietnam.
So you're telling me you're taking the tour to internationally?
Yeah, Asia, Vietnam, Thailand,
Damn,
Malaysia.
Yo.
I think that's where I'll be next. So
Yo, man.
August, that's what I'm.
Regardless, be on the road, stay in touch, you know. Yo, do visuals.
Jazz, when I start when I start applying your jazz, I'll keep hitting y'all.
Yo,
like,
do visuals. I will share on all of that on the stories.
We gotta
and
do
stuff.
a visual together.
Yeah, man.
That concept
look here, man. You if you're doing that, you have to make it a journey. Look, now you have to make it like a document.
No, for sure. But
you have to make a doc.
No, I have to do that. But I was also talking about the audio visual. Maybe we'll try and get that in before I leave.
Yes.
Get me doing all the different.
Let's do it.
Do, bro.
Let's do it.
Because I'm a manager too, so I manage artists as well. right? And we've been doing really well with that.
Yo, man, let's tie it in. Let's get it in. It's all about a win.
So you can show me there, DJ it. You can show me there, rap it, making the beat, sending the freaking
the whole nine, man. No, because not a lot of people do that here, man. Like, look, because on the real, because some people are they just stick to the one lane, and that's all they know. You know what I mean? But yo, just like you're here like sugar cane, sweet everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta be active, man.
Actively, then that's how you should be as an artist. You should be actively. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes we want to be serious and all of that, but at the same time, you're an entertainer besides an artist. You know what I mean? Because you have the energy. Man, I lie. You have the energy, man. And not a lot of people have the energy to keep it up like that. Every time I see you, energy.
Bro. You got to be consistent. So.
Yes. And consistency is quality as well. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Consistency, it could lay down to the tendency of latency, but you come up with quality.
Thank you.
Quality. I love it. And I'm from Nigeria. Blood clot, mother Africa.
Afrobeats, we're here, man. That's what the album was supposed to do. Unite everybody. Just unite.
And that's what music's supposed to be.
Right, because a lot of the music out here they're using it to divide. It's like
shouldn't music be a music therapy to help the inner soul on things?
Yes.
And that's how I feel.
Yes, that's it. That's what you were talking about. The video should be stimulating your mind, giving you good thoughts, good vibes. It's making you smile, feel good, not like getting angry, trying to like get ready to go take down the next man.
That's right.
The next block. Like
exactly.
We don't need that.
No,
like,
man.
I'm walking past some of my homies, some of these people on the block that they want to kick it, bro. But then I'm walking by, I'm hearing some of the shit they're vibing to, listening to, and I'm like, ain't no way, man. You guys gotta change your mentality. And I'm just thinking, how? Like, what's it gonna take? Because it's not like that music even sounds good, bro. Like I'm hearing it, it's freaking hard. Like it sounds hard.
Yes.
It's loud, it's abrasive, it's freaking not mixed properly. It's just terrible music.
Well, it's frequency, and then frequency brings certain drama.
So maybe they're already in that energy, and it's like that's what's enhancing that in it. I don't know, it's crazy, bro, but I'm listening to that, I'm like, ain't no way, like catching listening to this.
Man, I can listen to your stuff any day. I can listen to your stuff
with
any day.
Anybody too.
Anybody. Your music is actually uplifting party music at that. You know what I mean? And it's good for the ear. And to be honest, even the children can even listen to the music too. That's another thing. You know what I mean? Once you have all that element, you can't go wrong.
Thanks,
you know what I mean?
I have
you can't go wrong.
That are like, younger. Like
younger
fans, for real.
That will grow up with your music. So they'll grow up with your music too.
That's it, yeah.
What? Fan base, young fan base, old fan base, everybody. And that is music, man. I love it. People, you can learn a lot from him, man. A lot. Trust me. You guys can learn a lot. Take on this pod, please. You know what I mean? Straight up goods. This man here, I could vouch for him. I've seen him more than once perform. I've seen a lot of people perform, but he is in the genre of Afrobeats. All right. And I know a next man who has the fire too, and that's the one and only Bugatti Vanzu. You know what I mean?
Bugatti,
bless up to him too. Straight up, bless up to Bugatti. I've known him for a long time. Top 6. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. Like, I have to say, for the Afrobeat genre, for me, besides him and you, don't get me wrong, there's some other guys, but you guys stick out to me.
Thanks.
Right now, you guys stick out to me it's the swagger, besides the music. So you guys know how to put it all into one.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Entertainment.
All into one. So once you've mastered that, you will get that crowd. You will get the views. You will get whatever they're supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been
because
crazy.
Don't get me wrong, you gotta work hard. You gotta work hard here. It wasn't an overnight thing.
No.
You know what I mean? Because it took years of the making. Over 20 years?
Yep.
Right?
We're still working, bro.
Still working.
I'm working on dancing right now. I'm working on my dances,
So you got dances gonna be
you should try the moves. I gotta get it in now,
So you're telling me,
I gotta be like the next Chris Brown now.
this. Oh yeah, you do the dancing too.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. Yeah,
Holy yo, you are
getting
like
more
I
and more
said,
into
you're
it.
not only an artist, you're an entertainer.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So your sets will be different than anybody else's.
That's it. Correct.
Memorable performances, and that's another thing. People try to keep your performances memorable because yo, don't get me wrong. You know, someone might come on before you and they might bring up the bar, but you after going off after you, I don't know if I could perform after you,
That's
bro.
what somebody told me the last
I'll
time.
be like, yo, I have to go before this guy. I have to go before him. Sorry, no, because no. He's gonna bring up the crowd, and all of a sudden the crowd are gonna be like, oh, what happened? No. I would be nervous if I had to perform after you.
Oh my gosh, thanks, bro.
Trust me. It's like one of those like that Jay-Z DMX thing.
Yeah.
DMX did all this and Jay go, I have to go after that. Yeah.
Energy.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know if I can handle that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Especially how you do
right.
what you do.
Somebody told me that the last show I
And
did.
see, and I'm right.
Like I literally did the set.
You
He's
did-
like, bro, he said it on the mic. He's like, really? You guys expect me to go after that? I told the whole crowd.
And you warmed up the crowd. You probably got the crowd dancing
I took
and
my
all of
shirt
that.
off, bro.
You got the crowd dancing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the crowd
I did
up
the
and
song
up.
dance for me. Like it was
That's
crazy,
another
man.
thing. You got the crowd involved. How important it is to get the crowd involved with your not only doing the performance, getting the energy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, always, man. You gotta always lock in with the crowd, make eye contact, vibe with the people vibing with you.
You hearing that, people?
You know,
Make
like-
eye contact,
Yeah, for real.
vibe with you,
Yeah,
and
like,
all of
watch
that.
for the people who are feeling it. So you could be performing in a place, maybe there's 20 people, 30, 40. There might be just one person or two people vibing with your track.
Okay.
Go to that person and perform for that person. Because guess what? That person is already loving your shit. So if you come there, you're giving it to them, they're gonna appreciate you for this and they'll vibe even harder. And now what's gonna happen? The other people are gonna be like, you know what? They're gonna start catching that energy as opposed to you ignoring that person and focusing on the person that is actually stooshing, not trying to even move, and then you're wasting your energy. And then that person that was vibing stops vibing because they feel like they're the only one vibing now.
Wow. See, he locked in. You locked in, man. Like you could probably start. You say you're managing, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So you're starting mentoring.
Exactly.
Wow. Look, the look, knowledge has to be shared, but only to the righteous ones and the ones that you believe in and talented enough. You know what I mean? Because on the real, I'm going to say this. I'm going to be real, man. Look, I love talent, but nowadays I don't know why does you have to be popular to get by. I don't want popularity, man. I want quality. Quality means talent.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Numbers don't mean anything. It's about like who's actually the real people, who's messing your stuff. Bro, I've seen people that are supposed to be popping, they perform, no one's feeling there. And I'm not even performing, and then I'm getting like a lot of love in the club. Like the DJ is shouting me out on the mic more than that person.
Wow.
And then when I perform in those clubs, it's kind of crazy. It's like you know, usually in the club when somebody performs like a local artist or whatever, people like they're bored, right? They're like, oh, they go on their phone. They're like, they can't wait for the performance to be done.
Okay. Now, here's the question. Now, when you go on the stage and you're doing your thing,
but let me tell you,
they're probably doing this more than doing this.
This messed me up. The last time they announced me, they were like, okay, the next guy is gonna perform, and even mispronounced my name. They're like, Chxxx. Bro, these people applauded in the club. I never heard them in life.
What?
They're like, woo! I was like, whoa! And meanwhile, I'm over there like beefing with the DJ. Like, I'm like, yo, DJ, you not play my track. Like, DJ played the wrong track. Like, I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, this DJ's got to do their job. So you got one job. Just focus on it, bro. How you trying to threaten the artist and be like, oh, you messed up, you played the wrong track, and then you're telling him you're not gonna play the track. That sounds like
sabotage to me, man. Sabotaging sets and stuff.
Yeah,
and you've had that
trying to sabotage me right in my face.
And you had that experience before, yeah?
This was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And then the freaking guy now plays the track finally, and he's like, I ain't gonna play the other one. And then he plays the track, and he's like, go perform. I'm like, I'm not even holding the mic. Meanwhile, my performance is set up where I'm not even showing up at the start, bro. I have my hype man hyping the song up at the start, and the dancer is doing this stuff, right? Okay. So the guy's like now saying, go perform, and I'm there like, bro, yeah, I'll go perform when I'm ready. Don't worry about it, bro. Just play your track, man, you know? And then, bro, I go and we shut it down. Crazy show. And then it's funny because in the song, I have this certain lyrics that are kind of like, I was like, I know the fear person. Every day I hold it down. When I'm in the six, yeah, you know I run my town. And then I'm looking at him dead ass while I'm doing this lyrics, and he's just like, okay, yeah, I get it. And then the track finished. I'm like, run my other track, bro.
Yo,
Run my other
you know
track.
what it sounds like to
He
me?
runs
You
it.
know what it sounds like to me? The next element you need to do, you need somebody who you trust as your deep. Like, look, I have to say it. Sometimes they go, yo, you need to move aside. My DJ man is gonna take over because he
Right.
knows my set and how I sound and
Right,
stuff.
right. Like,
Because yo, I noticed that with certain artists, they'll have their own DJ and
mhm.
there's either sound man and go, yeah, he knows and how he wants it and stuff. Because no sabotage business, yeah,
That's
go on.
terrible. Yo, halfway through the track, this guy's trying to switch the song up. I'm rapping my stuff, bro. I didn't stop.
That's
I didn't stop
sabotage.
rapping my track. I keep going.
That's
And the
straight
track, the whole
sabotage.
crowd is feeling. The whole crowd is hype.
And
Bro, if I show you the video,
and
you'll
the
see this
crowd is
thing.
probably getting vexed by
I
what he's
couldn't,
doing.
yeah. And then when I turn around my second track, bro, I get down the stage. I actually come into the crowd, bro. See how the crowd goes crazy. I can't even hear myself. I can't hear the lyrics.
Hating.
Girls, have you seen girls jumping on the couch before?
Hating.
Yo, girls are jumping on the
Hating.
couch in the club while I was like, yo,
that probably never happened for him before. That's why hating. It's called
they're
hate.
haters,
Haters,
bro.
man.
They've been doing this
Haters.
forever, bro.
Yes,
They
it's
just see me
haters.
coming in and
All of
they're
a
like,
sudden, you just come
who's
in
this
and play
guy?
and do your thing. What? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the game,
Bro, that's why
man.
we gotta keep doing our thing, so we don't have to feel like we gotta go to those spaces to exhibit our art and produce it. We gotta go to places where our stuff is valued, or
Yes.
create spaces
Yes.
that we can value and appreciate ourselves and others that are doing it. And then,
True.
you're invited.
True. Thank you, my
we'll
brother.
invite people
Thank you,
in
man.
that safe space that we can all have fun. Like none of that
Exactly.
negative
Exactly.
energy.
It's all
No
about having a
sabotage.
good
I'll be
time.
straight up with you. I'll tell you, bro. You have only room to perform one track, and that's it. One track. If that's still good enough, at least you're performing. I ain't gonna like shut your stuff down and tell you like, oh, you have two tracks, and then halfway through, I'm trying to like switch in to some freaking ashake. Like, what the heck is going on, bro? Bro, I can rap over anything, bro. Try me, bro. It's like just keep going, man.
Man, you go, you definitely go. All right, for sure. But yo, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I could talk to you all day about music, brother. And there's so much to talk about still. You know what I mean?
Talk about hip hop,
straight up. But hip hop, we can still talk a little more about hip hop. What are your hip hop influences?
Yeah, I love DJ Premier, bro. That's like
a gangster.
Yeah, gangster.
R.I.P. to Guru.
R.I.P.
Guru is one of my favorite MCs.
Wow.
He's one of my favorite. I love his Jazzmatazz albums.
Wow.
I love his Jazzmatazz albums. He has
that's the stuff he didn't do with Premier. That's
yeah.
After.
Yes. So he was like in that jazzy vibe too. So he wasn't afraid to come out of his lane at all.
Yeah, and kind of inspired Andre 3K, low key, probably.
Straight up. And who else?
I listen to like a lot of different stuff, right? So I like Twista. Twista is one of my favorite rappers.
Twista, I love Twista, and it two groups what he do or die and Speed Not Mobsters.
You know Psychodrama.
Oh yeah, man, yeah, man. Yo, I listen to a lot of underground hip hop, man.
Wow.
Straight up goods. I'm like a hip hop archive when it comes to old school hip hop, man.
Wow,
like I love.
That's what I was hoping we could talk.
I love old school hip hop. Like, that's a lot of influential for you, man.
Yeah,
I see.
Like I used to listen to that all the time, right? Like I'll just be going down the crates, digging in the crates.
All right, East Coast, West Coast for you.
Me, I guess more East Coast, right?
East Coast. I love the East Coast, but it was a lot of West for me, man. I love that. Because I loved how they did that G funk and twisting the beats like DJ Quick and all of them guys.
I would say the West Coast actually inspired a lot of my production, which is crazy.
They evoluted.
But I listened to a lot of East Coast. And when I was in high school, I had a clique called Dog Pound.
Oh, Dog Pound.
All named after each of the Dog Pound guys. That's how I got into music. That's when I wrote my first verse, bro.
I love hip hop, man.
You know George Clinton, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Funk, all that stuff. Like, remember? Were you there when he came to Toronto?
No, I didn't get to. I didn't get to
it, bro. So you see those kind of sounds, like, oh no, I love that stuff. And even Battle Cat.
But
Battle Cat, the stuff he did with Corrupt. Bro.
Corrupt, all of them guys, man. I love it.
Above the Law.
I love it a lot, man. Easy E, Easy E, and and then after he the last group he produced was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, and that was the stuff we listened to the whole time in high school. Like I had mixtapes of freaking Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
I would only listen to Bone Thugs. Like
Bone Thugs and all of that.
tell me
What did you? What did?
done.
Speaking of, we're speaking hip hop here. What did you think of the verses? What passed during the COVID thing? Like, do you think they should have kept it up? Like, it was a good energy, a good vibes, because it wasn't only about hip hop. It was all about different musics. And the reason why I said they should have kept it up, keep it up with different genres of music.
Right.
Not only hip hop.
You're right.
Because they were doing a bit of R&B and a little bit of the reggae. So why didn't they do more?
I know they kind of got bought out.
They got bought out, right? The politics.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the hype, it was going on, the views, everything.
I went back and I watched the Gucci Mane Jeezy one again, and I watched the Dipset one again. Later Kids Snap.
Oh, that was one of my favorites. That one is one of my favorites, and the
Rapping Live.
That one, and the Buju and the.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Was it Ninja Man?
I didn't see that one.
The police came and raided the place and all of that.
Oh, that was the Beanie Man one.
Yeah, the Beanie one. Yeah,
I saw that one. That was jokes.
And then after there was the 3-6 against Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah?
They fought on stage. They were about to fight on stage.
Probably because of Busy Bone,
Yeah, they were about to fight on stage.
Right,
Yeah, oh yeah. That was a good one too. You know, but there was some laid back ones that were a waste of time for me.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
You know
terrible.
what I mean? It was terrible. I don't even know why they did it.
Some of the R&B ones are weird, man.
Yeah, I have to admit. But speaking of hip hop, back to hip hop here now. What do you think now? That's the recent thing here with Kendrick and our boy there. Yeah, you know that Kendrick performed last night.
Yeah, I actually didn't know till
I knew it would be sold out too. I knew that.
Sure,
I knew that. I'm Team Kendrick. I don't give a fuck. That's who I am.
Kendrick had fans in Toronto before.
Oh, long time.
Beef, right?
Long time.
And the thing is, like, he never made crappy, terrible music to lose fans.
No.
If anything, this song blew him up even bigger, right? To get it more fans.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing, right? So Kendrick is Kendrick. You know what? Like, Drake needs to go on tour and freaking perform. That's how I look at it. Bro.
Well, the same night I heard that he was with Kai Cenat doing his interview.
Yeah,
he wanted to get something.
That's like a Trump move. I'll say he needs to perform. He needs to go on tour. And freaking, like, bro, you know what? No, bro, like, he threw in the towel. That kind of killed me, man. Like, I was listening to that track. I was like, yo, because I was following both of them. I was like, I wasn't biased, bro. In this beef, I wasn't biased. I was like, okay, let's listen to the tracks. Let's listen to the bars, right? I'm listening, taking it in. And Drake had the upper hand at one point, bro.
The only thing, besides overall, he
shouldn't have thrown in the towel.
That, you're right. But
like that last track,
but
don't say anything.
That too, that's true.
Go cook like fucking for 3 months and then come back.
But at the same time, he'd be violating by the suing business. You never do that business. Never you ever do that in hip hop. Right. That's why I call him hip hop. You know what I mean? Straight up. But that's another story.
Yeah,
you know.
See, like that part, I wasn't even. Yeah, I didn't even talk about.
No, because look how many diss tracks have ever happened in the past with people. You ever hear anybody going to the court for anything?
No,
and more derogatory shit too.
Yeah,
you know.
So that wasn't hip hop then, I guess. Yeah. Basically.
That's the way. That's violation. If they did that back in the day, they'll go, yo, you are done. You are done. Yeah, you're done. You don't do them things. Right. You know what I mean? So what is a new day? In time,
it's already.
I don't know, man. This is hip hop here. I'm like seeing things are going weird to me, man.
Look at 6ix9ine, bro. Ever since 6ix9ine came out, like it's been a new day, man. I mean, Kanye West was the hottest rapper. Even Kanye himself would tell you that he was never meant to be the hottest rapper because, you know what I mean? Like there was one point where Kanye was not like people were like, "You're a rapper," and they would laugh at him, right?
To be honest with you, I liked him more as a producer.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just being honest.
Me too, bro.
I'm being honest.
Really got
I'm
into
just being
his
honest
bars
with you.
that. I never really got into the bars, the way his voice sounded, and
I don't know.
Love.
Different people have a different.
No, I agree. I'm on the same page with you for all this takes, bro. Like
it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But they be saying hip hop in the last couple of years have been kind of going down, and
it's been down. That's why Afrobeats is hot.
That's what I've been saying.
Is that like
yes, that's like you guys came in like, you know what? It's going down already. It's time to invade, y'all. It's time to invade.
Straight up, bro.
New superheroes coming through here now.
And shout out to female rappers too. Like they saw the freaking gap and they came in.
Well,
man.
you know what? You know what?
Like,
next hidden gem would be this. You rappers start doing some featuring with these Afrobeat artists right now. They're taking it on right now, y'all.
Yeah,
if you don't,
that's true,
then you're, I don't know, you might be losing. But if you get on, you'll be winning. You'll be winning. Trust me. Just trust me upon this. You'll be winning. Think about it. If some hip hop guys do some features with the Afro beats and all of that and everything, vice versa, why not? You're not afraid to come out of your lane.
No, you're right. Like, look at the records, even with Travis Scott getting on some Ashake records. Like, that's happening right now. Travis Scott and Burna Boy just dropped the track.
There you go. Yeah. There you go, man. And I love to see the same for you. For you, my brother.
For the city, too. So, rappers in the city, let's go, man. Like, guys, like,
wake up, people.
Let's
wake up.
The music popping, you know? Let's go.
Man. But yo, like I've said, I love talking to you, the Chxxx. But before we go, let them know where they can find you in all digital platforms, my brother.
You can find me on all digital platforms, but support my music on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Just search me up. It's Chxxx.
You done know, man. Yo, before the show be over, could you give Down to Earth Podcast a nice shout out before we go, my brother?
Yeah, of course. So it's your boy Chxxx signing off. Down to Earth Podcast. You know what it is. This is the hot spot, the number one spot, the number one podcast in Toronto. Keep it lit always. Stay true. Yeah.
And as always, we're gonna end it like this. This is the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message. Nation, what? Hey there, everybody.
That's huge.
Yeah, man.
How was that? That was awesome, man. I love
love, man. That was love. I need to get a pic with you before.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, man. Yo, I know. I'm wondering who the hell tried to call me.